Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. I just put up a video titled "What's Going On uh, Within Mainstream Society Kids." Again, another kid has from mainstream society has, went to shoot up an elementary school, but luckily some teachers saw him. He wasn't able to actually kill anyone, and I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck is going on. I'm African American, so I'm not mainstream. This is within, the dominant society's kids. We see over and over again, like we know the one kid that had, he was autistic, but still, what made him go shoot up an elementary school? And this keeps happening again and again. It started way back a long time ago. Those two knuckleheads, the Columbine knuckleheads, or however many there were. I think it was just two of them. But whoa, excuse me, my voice is gone. Again, I slept outside last night in my back of my truck. Prepare myself to actually get a trailer and start living in dispersed campsites. I belong to a guy, Bob Wells. He has a forum and I watch his videos. But he's no longer with the enigmatic nomadic channel. The two partnership broke up. And that's why I don't do partnerships also. It should always be just you, one person. People can help you and work for you, but always never do a partnership, fellas, because you'll regret it. Coke Zero. That is about the second best diet one out there. If you guys want to drink diet sodas, I just started recently. I'll probably stop in a few weeks when I get tired of them. But anyway, back to our subject. Michael B says, it's just that this is swept under the rug. It doesn't really come up as far as ways of decreasing these kinds of things from happening. Guess it's so normal nowadays for this thing. Don't want to bring race into it, but is this really true that whites commit these types of shootings over another race? Yeah, actually, it's true. If we look at suicide killers, white guys. Or does it just seem that way since those are what's reported? Actually, if it was black, they would blast that all over the world. Luckily, I happened to see the little blurb about it on AOL. Otherwise, you guys haven't heard of it, this recent one, have you? They don't blast white on white crime because they want the focus to be on black crime. Cartig. Collapse of the nuclear family structure to many broken homes, that makes sense, and dysfunctional family upbringings. Also androgynous gender behavior, masculine women and feminine men. I actually see that within the dominant society family structure a lot. Passive males. I just started watching a TV show called Afterwards, I think it is. It just came on. And I noticed right away. The father is a college professor. The wife is played by Anne Hesh, that former dyke. And she has a dyke haircut. She's all butched up. Something happens, and the father didn't know they had a gun in the house. Can you fucking believe that? They're making the role so the father didn't know they had a gun. And the son had to grab the gun and kill this intruder. The father, they're destroying the role of the father now within dominant society. So feminine men, I could totally agree with that. That's enough to, nut up the natural energy of a man. Like, what's wrong here? And make you lose all respect for your father. It started when I was young. Fathers started becoming daddy daycares. Like, there's one fellow that's actually a so-called dating coach. Well, I'm the goddamn beat. He stays at home. He doesn't work. His wife makes all the money, and he raised the kids. It started when I was young. Males taking over the woman's role, and women taking over the man's role. Even Eddie Murphy did a movie about it, and as well as another comedian. They were pushing the feminization of males with those movies, by the way. Think about it. Why write a movie about that? Why would you even create that kind of concept? See, we got to look at what's going on behind the scenes when we see these movies or TV shows. You know, why make the father, weak like that? Why not make him as strong as it was when I was growing up? You guys got exposed to all the weird shit. And this has been going on for a long time. I was just watching one of my favorite TV shows, Married with Children. It's actually here on YouTube, but in a little tiny box. But old roles like that. But they were actually clowning that old school role in that TV show, by the way. So I agree with what Kartig is saying. This is probably being caused by society, social structure, and the programming that's put out. If we can have conservative families and gender roles, things will be a lot better. I'm not sure what he means by conservative families. I think he means the old role. Yeah. Also, divorces contribute to this as well. I don't see how divorce would contribute to it, but I don't know. I'm not, Caucasian. I'm not dumb society. So anyway, thanks you two for your comments. I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck is going on. Because it's scary. If dumb society kids are, cracking up like that, and shooting up the place, there's something going on. And of course, the news isn't going to make a big deal about it. I already knew it was a Caucasian fellow that did it because they didn't release his photo. Comments in the chat. Tracy Jackson. Sorry, Uncle Supreme, but I failed the assignment. The girl went away to Barcelona for a week. Fuck. Well, hey, you didn't fail. She went away. Staying ready. Is there such thing as day game player? No, there is not a such thing as day game. I'm hearing this a lot. I thought game is game no matter what. Exactly. That means you're watching PUA channels. Stop doing that. You will only hear that on PUA channels. Why would you even watch that shit? Watch something else. If you like basketball, watch basketball channels or something. Okay? It's just going to make you stupid. Nerds like to separate it into day game, as I always make fun of, a bowling ball game, walking through the mall game, eating in a restaurant game, washing your clothes game, a coffee shop game. No. When you step outside of your house, actually when you wake up in the morning, you're in the game because it's also online dating. So the moment you wake up, reaffirm that you're a player and get up, step, and take your morning piss like a fucking player. Feel like a player by the time you come out of that bathroom. Get yourself ready for the day. When you step outside, that's when the player things start to happen. You might go to the gas station. There is no such thing as gas station game. You see the utter disgust on my face. Nerds nerding out, doing nerd shit. Tracy Supreme, can you give me an assignment to get me talking to girls? That's what I do for my private clients there, brother. I don't recall your situation. There was the one chick, that's all I recall. Optimus MGTOW Supreme, random question. What are your thoughts on straight dudes that have dyke/gay females as part of their clique? I hate it. I fucking hate it with every cell in my body. I'm old school. I ruled my game. Listen to me. It's not the way to go. I saw this back in the early 2000s. Geeks on these websites having dykes as their wingmen. Utter disgust. I cannot. Yeah, I see you hate it too. Bitch ass males. – Bitch assness. Optimus says, I have never been close to any dyke females, and when I allow them, exactly. Me either. Dykes hate you, by the way. They make a smile on your face, but they hate you. I don't do the fake shit. I know they hate men. And I don't like dykes. I have no problem with lesbian. I don't like dykes. You know, wearing my shorts, wearing my underwear, getting one of my wallets don't make you a fucking man. Can you take a punch like a man? No. Can you piss like a man? No. You still got to squat. Be a woman. Be the woman that you were born to be. I don't give a fuck if you're a rug muncher, as they call them. Stop trying to be what you ain't. I hate that shit. That's why I don't like, gay men that act like women or feminine. I have more respect for the old ancient, the guys in 300, the Spartans. They at least act like men, although they were into butt fucking each other and young boys. He says, thanks, man. It's lame. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And see, you get me on the subject, I'm going to go off on that shit, man. I hate that shit. Fizzle. How can you tell the difference between a glance and choosing signals? Watch. Let me show you. That was called a glance. That was called choosing. Okay? I mistaken glance for choosing because women have held the glance but wasn't choosing when I approached. That means some women, they space out. They're glancing around. I knew a girl used to do that. She would just like stare off into space. Vacuous. She was actually pretty stupid too. The MAC makeup chick. She had the brains of an ice cube. But she looked damn good. Getting back on point. Sorry about that. If they're vacuous, learn to recognize when they're being vacuous. Okay? It's eyeball to eyeball. If they're glancing in your general direction versus this, that's what you need to learn to define. Okay? Good for you for approaching, though. Jazz Love, hey Supreme, I've been noticing a lot of choosing. I don't act because of morals. How do I get over this? I put out a product on dealing with your mindset. Go get it. You got it right. How do I get over this mindset? You got to change your mindset. Whatever it is, Jazz Love Supreme, you got the wrong mindset for success. Somewhere, somebody put some shit in you. Either one of your parents, if you didn't have father in the picture, your mom put be that nice guy shit. Don't hurt women just because, your dad may have hurt her or something like that. But you got to change that shit. You've been feminized. You males who don't approach women when they're giving you signals, it's because you've been feminized, by the way. You have bitch assness in you. That's why women don't like you. They smell another bitch within you. And excuse my using the word bitch, but you guys, we're urban here. Michael B. I was told that these kids go crazy from their meds. Parents give them Zoloft and Xanax. I heard something about that too. How can Xanax make you go that crazy though? To where you kill your fucking family. Your little brothers and sisters, little babies. What the fuck? Their minds cannot handle it and they snap eventually. Then they need to stop prescribing this shit. Not in every case, but this is what someone who worked in a doc office told me. Gotcha. See, I need real evidence and proof. A Jazz Love, morality can be subjective. It's just brainwashing. Thank you, Carte. Yep, exactly. Scout, is it wise to go for classmates in college? I don't have a problem with that. Because you're going to be stuck with her for what, just a semester? Ain't much you can do to salt your game in the class if shit don't work out. The wisest thing to do is find girls who are in your class. That's the wisest thing, but I don't think it's bad if you fuck a classmate. A Jazz Love. It's because I have a girlfriend. Oh, and I can't shake the feeling of guilt. You've been programmed. I might have to be a simp for life. Yeah. By the way, that was programmed into you. Just so you know, you were tooled. For me, when I hear that, it pisses me off. I don't like people controlling my mind, putting shit in there. Unfortunately, it happens when we're kids. So we got to learn to undo the shit that we don't like that's fucking up our lives. And I have no problem with, being a one woman guy, because I was that way myself. But when I became a player, I left that shit. Scout Chelsea, I don't talk a lot, and some girls who are choosing me are being cautious to not be seen by the shy guy in class. What class? What grade are you in, Scout? Because I don't work with teenagers there, brother. Tizzle, I think the hormones and the food and chemicals have something to do with today's society. Look how many people have cancers, diabetes, obesity, and depression. I agree with you on those cases. Cancer rate has gone through the roof since the early 40s. My little brother died of cancer, but he smoked cigarettes. Tracy Jackson, I forgot to say at work on Saturday when I went out. Notice I ignored you using my first name. We're not friends yet, man. I earned the name Player Supreme. So show me my respect. You're not my age. You can't say my first name. I find it disrespectful. That's why I ignored it. Just to set you guys straight. A lot of guys like come in. I'm not going to call you Supreme. Call me Player then. Hell, call me Taco Supreme if you want, but fuck it. Don't disrespect me like that. I forgot to say at work on Saturday when I went out for a smoke, a girl came over and punched me on the arm as if she was approaching me, getting my attention. I asked her questions. She was interested. I'm surprised you would have to even bring that up, Tracy. That's a strong sign of interest. Staying ready. When you and Jay going to do another video? As I said before, I don't talk to Jay anymore. Okay? So nobody ever bring that up again. Jay tried to cheat Jovina's family. He's one of those shady tree mechanics. It cost the family a lot of money to fix the son's car. He kept saying, well, this is wrong, and he broke some things. And then he also backstabbed me to another girl who was in the group, coffee shop group. So I don't talk to Jay. You notice that I haven't done a show with Jay in years. And I had him on for entertainment value. Tracy, I didn't ask for her number. That's your fault, man. Also, Supreme, another girl, when I was collecting empty glasses, was dancing and trying to get. Okay, so basically, you lack balls of a man, still, Tracy, and you want to tell me about it because you know you did wrong. On my forum, you got to do 50 push-ups when you fuck up. Because that's what a man does. So you have a choice here. You can be a man and do your push-ups, make an affirmation for the contraction on the way up. And your affirmation should be, I will act like a man and down. I will act like a man and down. Okay? Or you can do a dude thing and not listen to what I have to say and keep struggling. I just said that to someone on the forum. He's a hoe chaser. Been a hoe chaser. He's cheap and superficial. I did a whole show on this dude on my forum. He's with one chick he can't even get an orgasm with, but because she's hot. Another girl who he says is not as pretty as the first one, that he has a lot of fun with, that he enjoys sex with, and a third one who's not as pretty as either of those. So for looks, he sells his dick. I don't get that from you guys. I don't understand it. Again, I'm not a nerd. I'm not one of these weird internet whack-off, jack-off guys. I don't do the internet masturbation thing, slathering over internet porn chicks. So I deal with real women in the real world. So I like that Vegas pickup guy. They always say, she's average. But then you look at their girls, their average is just as well. And I don't do that shit, though. I don't do that shit. It's one of my real issues with trying to help guys, that they don't listen what I say. They don't do as I say. So either do your push-ups or not do your push-ups, Tracy. Ratchet Kingdom. Man, this female who curved me 3 years ago tried to get at me today. She blew all the way up after her baby. Let that shit go. I don't know what curved means, though. I guess fucked you over. Scout Chelsea. Most of the time I'm in the library and I have you sound like me. I hung out in the library too. I was a bookworm. I have a feeling, and this has become my identity. Doesn't have to be. Every last one of you guys are self-made. And that's the name of my son's business, Self-Made. He's opened a new gym. It's called Self-Made. But every person here is self-made. From the guy that has the program of the morals, I forgot who that was, Thizzle, somebody, with those morals, you're self-made. You could make yourself something different. This become my identity. Is this the identity something? Is this identity something females are attracted to? Hell no. I was a library junkie too. Hell no. No. Again, no. Say it one more time. No. Did you get it? No. Is Jay the fat guy? Yeah, Jay was that larger dude. Stocky. Thizzle, do you think men and women have forgotten the rules? I don't think they've forgotten the rules. I think they've been programmed and allowed. I just saw an MMA fighter. He had his hair and these pigtails, white guy with ribbons in it. It's now hitting the white community. It's starting the black community with that nonsense. Thug dudes wearing pigtails with pink berets in them. Now it's gotten to the mainstream. That's one thing that started in the black community. And then I saw a dude running with a little tiny man ponytail on top of his head the other day. Guys are stretching the boundaries because they can get away with it. In my days, you'd have got your ass clowned for that shit. Michael B., why waste time trying to disprove people instead of working with and learning from them? Michael B., why waste time trying to disprove people instead of working with or learning from them? I'm not sure what he's talking about. Explain yourself, Michael B. Ratchet Kingdom. Curved me, shited on. Or shitted on. She shit on you, yeah. Are you in another country, Ratchet? Are you in the UK or Australia? Speaking of Australians, John Murray, do Australian Aborigines and Fijians come from Africa? Have their DNA? Well, okay. Aborigines are from Africa. Okay. If you watch they have already done DNA. They've already done the DNA. Fijians tell you they came from Africa. They remember their history. Aborigines, they're at the first migration out of Africa a long time ago, where they went along broke into Yemen, went up to India, then along the coast. Somehow, they had boats back then, by the way. They got on boats, sailed over to Australia when it was closer, and they got trapped there and stuck there. But they've also proven that those same Africans that landed in Australia traveled to South America because they found their bones and stuff in South America. Aborigines call themselves the Black Fellows. They know they're black. And boy, they are very melanated people. But they show you the changes in humanity. Because without any European DNA within them. They can produce redheads. They can produce blondes. Some have straight hair. Some have the big woolly heads. But none of them have the tight kinky hair of African, West Africans. Because when we left Africa, we got in different climates, different oils were produced, different moisture, so the hair changed. But they were like a genetic library. You can see the changes, only they didn't lose their color. Now, it's a shame what the Australian government did when they had kids, they took interracial kids, they took them away from their families. Now you have these racist, I guess they're called mixed race. They're kind of racist. They hate the dark side. I've seen them. I've seen one talk about, well, maybe the Africans came out of us. He was so twisted in his head. I also been watching a TV show coming out of Australia called The Clever Fellas. And it's all about, racial prejudice, but not against them. They create a new race of people who are Neanderthals. They're hairy. They're very hairy. They're very strong. They're stronger than normal people. And it's all about the racial prejudice against those people, even though they have white skin. They have all this hair like wolfmen. And the women, same thing, facial hair all over their bodies. So, I do pay attention to what's going on in Australia. I know about the Aboriginals, their whole dream time thing. That's their spiritual system. I took an interest. I started studying them, as you guys should do. Study other cultures, man. Kartik. John, they fall under the Australoid skull category, but they have African origins. You notice their skulls are different. They're slightly different. But their DNA, pure African. Clean. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? Jazz love. The main thing that bothers me is that my girlfriend's last boyfriend did the same thing to her, and I don't want to hurt her or become just like every other guy. Well, that's a trap that you set up for yourself, a jazz love. Okay? You're trapped there because you don't want to hurt her. I understand it, but you're hurting yourself. Are you happy? If you're not happy, then you should be out, because it's your life. It's not her life, it's your life. She'll eventually get over you. She's going to get a new guy within a day. Like if Jovine and I broke up, all she got to do is drive to the gas station. Brothers be all over her like flies on shit. She can replace me in a day. It'll take me about a week. By the end of the week, I'll have someone new, but she can do it in a day. Your girlfriend can do it in less than a day. She's young. Ratchet Kingdom, I'm in Ohio. I'm just country, that's all. Okay. Ratchet is a black thing, so I thought maybe you were, a brother or something like that. Scout Chelsea, the perception the females in my college class feel I'm a bit shy. How do you know? Have you asked them? Don't say something that you're guessing at, because oftentimes we guess way off. But ask if you really want to know the truth. Don't worry about if you think you're seen as a bit shy. What I want you to do, Scout, is go take a public speaking class. Okay? You will grow so much from that. You'll drop the stupid shy act. It's really just an act that we did. I was a shy guy too. An act. We're programmed that way to act that way. Fuck that. It doesn't serve us. Stop the stupidity. Stop the nonsense. No more discussion on it. Go take the class. Sign up or go take Toastmasters. $40 for 6 months. Bam, you're done. I've gone for a classmate I feel likes me. She's a bit shy too. Good. Two of you can be shy together and sit there and not even speak to each other. Ask her to dinner or something. You're a dater. Ask her to get a cup of coffee with you on the campus. Sit and get her life story. Ask her questions about her life. It's that simple. Congratulations to people that have taken my new course, How to Talk to Girls Online. Again, leave your feedback on that Skillshare site. I also gave you guys an opportunity to get into Skillshare for 99 fucking cents. That means you can take my class for 99 cents. I only offer it for free because I'm working with a coach. He said, you need to get 25 people in your class. What I want you to do is, offer it for free. He gave me a site to go post it on. I said, well, let me give off to my guys too. I don't like offering you guys free stuff because then you devalue it. You think it's not valuable information. I know you guys are. And then when I offer for 99 cents, you don't want to, well, it was for free. That's a damn good course, motherfuckers. I'm going to teach you how to talk to females. I'm going to show you, look over my shoulders as I create openers to get females to open up that will get them to write you the back every time. As I told you, I've been working with a dude. I'm going to start a coaching program on the 3rd. Only 5 guys, though. Okay? You're going to bring in the girls you want to contact. I'm going to craft the opening messages for you. You'll learn from the way I do it. So you're going to bring 5 chicks that you want to meet on POF and 5 chicks from Tinder if you have it on Tinder. We'll go through that month. We'll craft those messages for you. I'll craft them. Because I'm the bomb at that shit. No brag, just fact. Thizzle, do you think we've gone as far as we can go for overcoming fascism? Racism means. No. In fact, funny thing is that shit is on the way out. It's blown up. No, Neanderthals do not debunk the out of Africa theory because if you're Caucasian, you have 3 to 5% DNA, Neanderthal DNA. The Africans mated with them, but I believe that's what allowed them to survive the last ice age. It does not debunk the out of Africa theory. There has been no debunking of it. It's only racist white people that tried to say it was debunked. But the DNA facts are in. You can find a good documentary right here on YouTube. Go to your browser right now, John Murray. Listen to me. Go to your browser right now and type in search of Scientific Adam. Also type in search of Scientific Eve. This strawberry blonde, pale-skinned, super white geneticist tells you everybody's out of Africa. Not a black man saying it, so it's no Afrocentrism to it. It's a white man telling you we're all out of Africa. Every geneticist on the planet knows this. It's white folks that have trouble accepting that they're Africans that lost their skin pigmentation. And that's because of white supremacy. If you're white, you've been told you're the greatest thing on the planet. You invented everything that is ever invented, and you're the shit. And you kept blacks as slaves. And that's why some whites have trouble accepting it. That's why they'll like run to the church, not realizing that religion is that of dark people. It wasn't made by Europeans. Jesus wasn't blonde hair and blue-eyed. But it makes that race feel good. No offense, I give the brutal truth. So when I see someone come up with that whole Neanderthal debunk bullshit, I know for what it really is. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the racists. I've seen their videos showing, these people in like Russia, farms, these blonde haired people, these Vikings, and they play the glorious music, and it's all about white power. It's all bullshit too. Okay? Don't fall for that shit. Use your mind, take the red pill, and wake up to the truth. Scout Chelsea, how would you go about this? I have her on my Facebook and just started talking to her. I don't do Facebook because everybody can see what you're doing. But what have you said to her so far? Let me show you guys how goddamn good I am. What have you said to her so far? That means you have to cut and paste your conversation or something. A Jazz Love. I'm happy, just minor things about her annoy me. Sex is good. You're good. Be happy. You shouldn't even really be on my channel either. Tracy, oh, you remember that girl I told you about? There's been a lot of them, man. And you haven't done your push-ups. Not all non-Africans have Neanderthal DNA because there was another race on the planet, the Denisovans. So people like in the islands, apparently they have the Denisovan DNA. Let's see where I just jumped way down. Okay, the one I went on a date with. I told her that men should follow the rabbit hole down. I don't know who you're talking about, Tracy, but she didn't get it, I don't think. Nathan, since you mentioned Australian Aborigines, I've seen them start their own Black Lives Matter movement called Aboriginal Lives Matter. Well, the way the government treated them, I mean, they're on reservations. I actually watched a movie about them. And it showed the fucking life they're living. They live worse than our Native Americans live because there's no casinos on their land. I also know they don't like to sleep indoors. See, I know a lot about the Aborigines. They don't like doors. In fact, they like to sleep outside. They're not welcome in the cities. These are the original inhabitants of the land, just like our Native Americans here. Kartik. Oh, not, yeah, I already answered that. Bama Boy, tell them the truth, Supreme. Kartik, I actually sent in a saliva sample for a DNA test. Oh, good. Damn, good. I'm East Indian, Punjabi, North India. Can't wait for my results. I thought you were a white dude. I know the name Kartik. I thought you were just using that name, man. You're brown. You're melanated. You're Punjabi. So you're, you know, I speak a little bit of Punjabi. Shudiman. Again, I take interest in other cultures. I try to learn. Tracy, there's no such thing as Neanderthals. Actually, there is such thing as Neanderthals, man. No, that was England. You live in England. England produced, because they wanted to separate out of the Africa thing, they produced something that was called the Peltdown Man. And that was fake. It was 40 years. Found out that the shit was fake. And that's England. Jesus, you guys try to fake your shit just so you don't want to claim from out of Africa? That's pretty racist. A reason Jesus blonde and white hair is painters would use. Yeah, I know. Go away. Michelangelo painted Pope Borgia's son, Caesar Borgia. And as you guys know about the Borgia family, incest. He killed his own brother. Probably over his sister's pussy. And I also know that the Last Supper drugged 3 assholes out of jail to model for the painting. It's like it's a joke. The man was a Jew. They won't draw what Jews look like back then. John Murray, I am Caucasian. I'm a proud, strong Australian. I just find it a little hard to believe that I come from a African. Yeah, you've been programmed that way. Australia, as I know about Australia, Australia started as a penal colony. That means you're Murray, that's Irish. They shipped England hated Irish. They still do. They shipped you guys out down there. They shipped their prisoners down there. I don't know when your family arrived there, but there's a lot of people of Irish descent, a lot of people of English descent that were criminals. And being criminals, you killed 50 million of the natives down there. You killed everybody on the island of Tasmania. Wholesale slaughter. But unfortunately, as I asked you to do, I asked you to go get the documentaries. What happened was during the Ice Age, if you Google this, Google calcified pineal gland in Caucasians. Pineal gland produces what's called melanin. Melanin is what makes your skin dark. Okay? Melanin also helps your skin stay young. I'm 57. Okay? It makes your skin stay younger than your race's skin because you lack melanin. That's why your skin wrinkles up like it does. In fact, Australia's last place you guys should be living because it's got really strong sunlight. But you notice how people, when they get around 40, their face falls down there? They look like old leather shoes. You guys can't tolerate the sun because you don't have melanin. Your pineal glands are calcified. It got calcified in the last ice age. Okay? So if it's calcified, it's not producing melanin. What happens? You start to lose your skin color. So when you came out of the caves, you weren't totally white yet because according to another white person, she looks like a dyke, but a towhead dyke. She believes it's because of the flavonoids, something to do with flavonoids. I don't understand her science, but something to do with flavonoids cause you to finish losing the rest of your skin pigmentation. And your race is getting whiter and whiter over the centuries. Your race is about 10,000 years old. If you notice, when you breed black and white, you get another black person. That's because your gene is a recessive gene. You're a branch, that should show you right there. Just the breeding of black and white, you get black. You're a branch, here's the tree, the family tree, black, and then all the different branches. So you're a branch off the tree. That's why you can't produce any black folks, whereas black people, we can produce white, we can produce blonde hair, we can produce blue eyes, we can produce all that stuff. If you study science, you know that the greatest genetic variety is in Africa. You guys have just one gene. Not to be I'm not putting you down, I'm giving you the honest truth. You can go do your own research, which I suggest you do. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Shit. You guys are the dominant race on the planet. You should be happy. I mean, you guys rule. Shit. Scott Chelsea, we were simply discussing about the results we get in a lab experiment. Okay, so you don't even know if she likes you. What I want you to do is send her a message. Hey, are you available for coffee? And pick a date and a time. Get 2 times. Are you available for coffee Saturday at 10 o'clock, or would 11 o'clock be better? If she's not available during this time, pick another time. Ask her what time are you available for coffee. I want to talk about our lab stuff. Then when you get her there, start having a conversation with her. Where's she from? What does she think of the class? What does she want to become? Do you even know anything about her? Have you bothered asking, Scout? What does she want to become? What does she want to do with her life? Why does she want to become that? The questions that you would ask another normal human being, okay? Eric Hills, Supreme. How do I remove flight reaction? I get adrenaline when walking in school. I hate it. Find something to love about school. Obviously, you're not having a good time at school. You're being picked on, and that's unfortunate. If you learn to start taking self-defense and all that kind of shit. Wait. And people who are white care about having African origins. Okay, let's not go racial. Go away. If you look at, I just jumped. Let me finish, Eric. How to remove shaking anxiety feelings in my body. Okay, for that kind of stuff, you actually need therapy. Okay? You need therapy, man. There's something going on. Deep shit. Sorry I missed your comment, Aries. Let me go back up, start with Aries. One of these cop killers need to go to jail and set an example. Notice how the minority and female cops are the only ones getting some reprimand. Yeah, well, I already knew they were going to throw the woman on the bus because she's a woman. And European-centered ideology do not hold women in high standards. In fact, the male cops hate having female cops on the force, by the way. Think about it. It's been a male-dominated industry all this time. Suddenly, they passed these the affirmative action stuff, and I told you guys affirmative action benefited white women more than it did black people. So white women now getting these kind of jobs. And I watched when it first started going down in the 70s. I was watching Clint Eastwood movie, and they had you guys probably seen it, where they had the one lady cop join the force, and he was asking all these weird questions, because he was pissed off because she took the spot of a good, hard-working detective, just so they could fill a fucking quota. This shit started back in the 70s. Scout Chelsea, we are simply discussing. Okay, yeah, we got that. I do a DNA test. I'll do a DNA test one day. I plan to use 23andMe unless Ancestry DNA add an East Asian breakdown. East Asian breakdown. Unless they add an East... I thought you were a white guy. I can't see your... You look like a white dude. You're a white dude. You're Nathan Miller. What do you mean East Asian breakdown? East, that's India. Are you half Indian? There, it's amazing. I've been running into a lot of half East Indian, half white combinations. And 3 had Scottish ancestry. 1 had a Scottish father. The other 2 had Scottish mothers and East Indian fathers. I look for patterns, and I see a pattern there. 1 was in Canada. The other female was the United States. Go away. And people who are white and care about having African origins are idiots. Who cares? It doesn't affect any white person's life where life started. Cartig, 23andMe is better, more comprehensive. I'll remember that because I want to do it. All my life, I grew up hearing that my race was superior. I know, man. Now that I know I come from African, I want to hurt myself now. Please tell me this ain't true. Is this are you a troll? Is this a joke? One of my friends, he's white. He always thought he was pure white. He's got a Norwegian last name, Henderson. They found out that I think it was a great grandparent or a grandparent was biracial, and they're all upset. He said, I thought I was pure white. I don't get it. Do you see me want to kill myself because I've got white in me? I say that I don't really care for it. I would rather have been pure, stronger genes, but I'm not trying to kill myself. No racial, it's my own personal preference. I don't care, I don't care about the Native American. I'm not trying to rep Native American either, but I'm not trying to kill myself over it. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Go do your own research. Learn to find pride. By the way, one of my clients is married to an Australian. He found out his grandmother was half Chinese, and her father was Chinese, and the mother was white. He looks like an regular Australian. I saw no Asian in him, but it didn't make him nut up and go crazy. He's one of your own countrymen. His name is Colin. Right there, Colin. He loves the Scottish ancestry. But what the fuck, man? Nathan, I grew up to feel ashamed of being part Asian in a white-dominated country. And he says, are you serious, John Murray? So you're part Asian. You look like a white guy. Unfortunately, it's called white supremacy. That's why in the black community, black women want light-skinned males or biracial males. That's why biracial or light-skinned is held up here, because you're close to the white. That's because we suffer not only Stockholm syndrome, but from white supremacy. I asked the girl for coffee, Erica's saying. She had a boyfriend. I'm working on my stuttering for the past few weeks. You're in high school, don't ask for coffee. What do high schools drink coffee? Also, as I said, you need professional help. I can't stop blocking on vowels. Yeah. You need professional speech help too. East Indian refers to China, Korea, Japan. Oh, East Asian. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Far East. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I lived in Japan twice. I should have gotten that. It's called the Far East, which is really the fucking West. How's that come about? East would be India. Man, the map, the world map is so fucking turned out. They have something called the Middle East, and I'm that, like Middle East of what? It's land that connects Africa, that connects into Asia, Asia, as we used to call the continent, connects into Europe. Actually, connects right into, yeah, it is Asia over there. Thizzle. I'm in anxiety medication. Will kill your libido. I'm sorry to hear that. Didn't know that. Aries, thinking about the pun. How does it feel when a dude asks for advice, doesn't take your advice, then comes back months later asking for advice on the same issue? Yeah, you hear my show today on the site, man. I stopped helping Dupun a long time ago. I said, I did a show, I'm not going to help you anymore. You're not taking my advice, you're hoe chasing. But me being who I am, I still go back and help the dude. It irritates the fuck out of me, Aries. Or Rideshare Live. It irritates the fuck out of me. I mean, seriously. When I give out bomb-ass advice that's going to fix this problem, or anyone's problem, they don't listen. That just nuts me the fuck up. Any tips on building up calf muscles? Well, to a guy who's black, I got okay calves, but do standing toe raises and also do standing dumbbell toe raises. Working from every different angle, do seated calf raises. But those are the three best. If I had a choice between the two, I would only use dumbbell toe raise. Search for it on YouTube. And go to total failure. Go to failure because the calves are very dense, hard muscles because they use them every day to walk around. You got to break them down. Hit them with some heavy weights, heavy dumbbells, and do the one-legged toe raise to failure. You'll be sore, but your calves will start growing. I see you're black as well, so yeah. I've seen black guys with no muscle cells, like a stick. Now, I guess I got it from my father. I got a muscle at the top, which is most blacks do. My son Christopher has got the full calf, and there are Africans that have that. His mom has the big ball at the top. She passed it on to my son Donnie, who was a very fast sprinter. But it's called a sprinter calf. Staying ready. Did you have a certain walk when you were in the game player? I didn't do that Diddy Bop black walk. No, I didn't have the black. I didn't do stupidity. I didn't coon, as I call it, cooning. I walked. Eric Hills. How do I remove negative thoughts? I think them every second. I have no life in me. Again, I'm going to say it one more time, Eric. I'm going to say this just one more time. And I want you to listen to me this time. Your mom has money. Tell her you need some professional help. Okay? Because you keep going on like you're going, and you might do something drastic that's you can't take back. I'm not even going to recommend my classes for you, any of my classes for you. I think as serious as your shit is, you need special speech help. I think if you actually work with your issues, your speech impediment stuttering go away, because that's caused by nervousness sometimes. My situation was caused because my brain fired real fast. My mouth couldn't keep up. I learned to slow down my thinking and match the speech to the thinking, as I'm doing right now. Dominic. Yeah, my brother got lucky. He has 20-inch calves. Wow. That's fucking impressive. What are yours? I think mine are about 16 and a half right now, and I haven't worked them in a long time. Coke zero calories. It's good when it's cold, but when it starts to warm up, then you get that aftertaste. And I don't like the aftertaste. But I choose to drink a cola. I've been doing it since I've been sick. I had a cold. I've gotten rid of the cold. It's 95% gone. You're still talking, Eric? Next year I possibly try it. No, not next year, right now. I'm going to say this one more time. Go to your mother. Listen, go to your mother. Tell her you're having trouble. Your mother loves you. Sit down and talk to her. Okay? Tell her you need some professional therapy. She sees how kids act when they go bad because they need help, like these kids we're talking about in the show. 14 is pretty small, Dominic. So ask for help. Okay? Don't sit here whining about it on the show. Just go out and do it. I know you're young, but this is how you learn to become a man. You go out and do things instead of whining about them. Females and bitch-ass males whine about stuff. Cinnamon Angel. Mr. Player Supreme, what does your woman look like? Why does it matter? Hold on, let me see if I can... Again, why does it matter? Can someone tell me that? This one, no. Squashed up. My woman is from she's Portuguese with some African blood. I've been having to do weight training up until June. So I built her calves up. I built her triceps up. I built her thighs up. So I built her calves. She already had ass, boobs. You see her triceps coming in. My woman had a nice ass when I met her. Here she's doing one of my ab workouts.
Hopefully I'm talking down crunch position, legs bent.
Okay. She developed her triceps. She's got wide hips. She's got ass. And big lips. I will never date another white woman with thin lips ever again. I prefer lips like my own. I can't count how many times I kiss teeth. I hate that. You brothers know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't matter what my woman looks like, okay? What matters is what I can teach. Hey, player, where can I... Oops, let me take it off this and get it back on all this. Cinnamon Angel just would like to know, why do you want to put your bid in? See what you got to compete against? How do you build an ass and hips? Hips you have to be born with, but you can build your ass up, Cinnamon. Doing stuff like, I actually have a program for that that I call my Brazilian butt lift workout. It starts with doing the old-fashioned donkey kicks. Okay, my girl's doing the entire workout. Then you want to do what's called one-legged squats. You can look at those up. Then follow them up with lunges. Do those three in a row, and you will build a rounder butt. Just the donkey kicks alone. I had a client that, I'm a trainer. I've been a trainer for going on 30 years. I had a client that she had a genetic disposition in her knees where she couldn't do anything. So I gave her floor work to do. She was the type with, she was real petite, real thin, little tiny legs, real thin little body. I once gave her a hug and it broke her fucking rib. Cracked a rib. Like, I don't hug hard either. But anyway, she had larger breasts, but bird legs. That type usually doesn't have butt. She now has she had a little round bump back there. Just from those kind of exercises. Blocked by Channel Blacklist. Who is Channel Blacklist? And why did Cinnamon Angel get blocked? I don't know. Michael, let's see. Let me go back up. Dom says mine are 14, and that's, you got to work those puppies if you want to have nice looking calves. I don't really care anymore. I'm old. I'm an old motherfucker. I even go outside without a shirt on, with my gut. That's how little I care. Although it's coming back. See, my vanity went away. When my little brother died of cancer, I lost all that stuff that I was passionate about. And I stopped being as vain. I didn't really care. That's how I gained weight, because I lost my vanity. Guys who watch everything they eat, I can't stand those type of people. But I just prefer to just be normal, eat a normal diet, and work out. Keep your weight down. But guys that got to watch everything they eat, every carb, they're like women. Bama Boy, hey Player Supreme, where can I find your old vids? You can't. That channel was destroyed because I had too much. Now listen here, because I had too much copywritten material way down in the early parts of it that I forgot to get rid of. So they terminated it. Michael B, I think most won't be like PS. It's possible it took him a certain special combination of motivation, energy, and horniness. I don't know what that's coming from, what you're saying there. Maybe you want to explain it to me, Michael B. Let me see I missed something. Oh, did you have a certain walk? No, and it's not that. I guess that you're responding to that about my walk. Shit. Okay. Let's catch up. At first I thought Cinnamon was a dude also. I hate when dudes do that. In fact, it could be. It could be that Vegas guy. But then he asked, how do you build up your butt? So I realized Cinnamon is actually a girl. Let's see. Chad. What's up, player? What's up, Chad? Jazz Love. I feel you on the lip, Supreme. Other than my ex being crazy, the thin, hard lip kisses turn me off to white chicks. Yeah. My current is black and Mexican. I had a young lady that was like that. I was 42, and I think she was 18. I hope she was. She was black, and she's a Blaxican. Chad Brosnan, enjoy the last live stream. I have a question for you. Okay. You should ask the question at the same time, man. Dominic Griffin, yeah. I know everything else is grow, especially my back, chest, and quads. That looks really awkward when you have big thighs and small calves. I'm glad to hear that you're a woman, Cinnamon. I get dudes come in trolling my channel, okay? And they want to judge me by the way my woman looks, whether or not I was good at dating, that I have actual knowledge. I'm not one of these pickup artists that are online. I'm the real thing from the real world. No offline shit. Or no online shit. Chad, I just moved to Vegas, so I don't have many guy friends here. I only have one wingman, and he isn't very good with girls. Sorry to hear that. So when we go out, usually my girl likes me, but his girl doesn't. Therefore, no pull. Okay, what I did was I pulled the girl anyway, and too bad for my boy. How do I get girls to leave her friend and go with me the same night? That's actually very hard to do. It's very hard to do. She has to want to be with you and want to have some fun. So you got to sell the fun, okay? Case in point, and I only give them from my life experiences. I told you fellas, there was a girl on the dance floor, danced with a black dude. She made eye contact with me, so I went over. I think she made eye contact with me. I might have been hoe chasing, excuse me, but I was in Vegas. And I started dancing with him. It was just a cocky moment. The black dude left angry. She was there with her family. I'm a black guy. She was a Caucasian woman. Her family were from her half sisters or whatever. Her father remarried and shit like that. They were from Salt Lake City, Mormons. So she had to sneak me into her room. And that's what you got to see if she can sneak you in the room. If they have a share a room, then you have to get her to say, hey, tell your girl, let's take off. Tell your girlfriend we're going to take off. And then also, so she feels safe, make sure you tell her to tell her girlfriend that you're at this hotel in this room number. Because people die. Women are scared because of dudes. Dudes are raping and killing like crazy. And it's dominant society dudes, unfortunately, they're doing this. You're dominant society. So you have to really be careful. They're really careful about you guys. No offense. Unfortunately, it happens, unfortunately. Rideshare. Do you prefer women with a predictable work schedule if you're considering them for your team? Yes, I do. How was the work schedules your past? All of my chicks had jobs. The doctor chicks, you could get away from it if she didn't have appointments, but they had jobs. They had appointments. They worked. I had lunchtime hookups, and one chick, she worked around the corner from my apartment. We made it work. I was just thinking of my back door too, that I kept for a long time. She worked for Allstate, so she was, she could get away. Chad Bronson, our game is different. He is a nice guy and non-threatening, whereas I'm direct and aggressive. You might want to get a different wingman, man. I found that, I had no problems going out alone. When I met those girls, last time I was in MGTOW, my client took off and left me. Every time he left me, I met somebody. What do you think about MGTOW? I try not to think about MGTOW at all. I try not to think anything about MGTOW. That's all I'm going to say. It's faggotry. I wish more girls would come here and offer advice for you fellas. Chad, I've noticed the more I go out alone, the more choose. Exactly. I noticed that also when I was teaching my boy Craig. I had a better time. I didn't have to worry about someone, beating them up or something like that. Supreme, when I was in Korea, I got a chick to take me to her apartment. Tried to her physical, but it didn't happen. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, man. I can't speak on Korea. I've never been to Korea. And Japan, I was a kid. Chad Bronson. Girls will stand next to me and wait for me to approach them. And our resident female is back. I have 16-inch calves. That's nice, actually. That's really good. That's cool. I like girls with big calves. Naturally muscular. I've had men stop and ask me how. Sometimes you're just born with it. I purposely don't work my calves. You're probably because you want to wear boots, right? The girls that would develop calves, they always complain about that. They can't get boots. I think it's sexy as fuck, especially when you wear a short dress and you got some powerful legs. You got the quads, bulging, and the nice hamstrings and the well-developed calves. Nothing turns heads like that. Fuck the bony legs, the skinny legs, slim legs. Give me the muscle legs. Does Jovina get jealous when women hit on you when you guys go out? Yes and no. She notices it. I pretend like I don't see anything, but she'll bring it up sometimes. She's cool about it. There's one chick that I had sex with named Desiree, biracial chick. We were at the club. She was actually cool. Desiree came sniffing around, trying to talk to me. After Jovina got up and left to the bathroom, she saw her open, came over. And Jovina came back. She was cool. She didn't trip. It gets awkward, though. Also, I'm overweight now. Actually, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm really happy. My new lifestyle is working for me. But, and I'll be back to my 225, 34-inch waist probably after the first of the year. So the choosing will go up again. And she's okay. She's cool because she's the one that's with me. I think it makes her feel good. Like, I got him. You don't got him. You know how women are. And Cinnamon will attest to that. You know how you girls are. You're catty. Let's see. Hey, Jazz Love Supreme. She even FaceTimed with her friend in the morning and introduced me. How do you think I fucked up? I haven't been following our conversation, Jazz Love. If she FaceTimed you to introduce your friend, that's very good. So stop thinking you fucked up. I don't know what you did, but you need to ask her out. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop overthinking shit. Just ask her out like a man. I know so good. Okay. The Korea thing, 16-inch calves. Jovina. She FaceTimed me. Did I miss something? You guys are typing so much that I can't keep up. She FaceTimed me. And let's see. Supreme. Where am I going wrong? I work out 3 times a week. I have a superhero body. I get girls to approach me. You're going wrong because you don't do shit about it. Are you gay? Do you think you might be gay? Seriously. No hateration. You got chicks trying to jump on you and you don't do shit? That's just faggotry to me, man. Have you ever had thoughts about other dudes? Seriously, you got to man up, man, okay? Because I'm a man, I want to solve my problem. I don't know if you know about the 16 personality types. Well, I'm an ENFP. That's how much I know about it. So obviously I do know about it. What do you expect? I'm player supreme. Cinnamon goes, yup. King Koopla. And I lost it. Because you guys are typing so fucking fast I can't keep the fuck up. King Koopla Supreme. When talking to women, is it all right telling a woman that I'm not into mainstream stuff? Depends on the conversation. I don't see a problem with it, though. I think it makes you unique. Don't you? King Koopa, I feel like when I tell them, they look at me like I'm a fucking weirdo, even though I'm not. You must feel like a weirdo telling them because you have an issue with it. Let it be cool. Let it be cool. Chicks know that I'm not in mainstream because I asked them, what is the Matrix? What black dude asked that question? You'll never see a black dude ask a girl that question, what is the Matrix? When I was dating white chicks. Usually, hey, you want to fuck? That's a brother. You want to fuck? I'm asking, what's the Matrix? I'm just into my own lane. What's up, by the way? Nothing much, man. Half anaconda, half great white. That's a cool name. How to deal with 2 females who each other that you was fucking, I think who know each other. I dated 2 girls openly. Both of them were aerobic instructor. They both had the same name. One was Susie. One was Susan. Basically Susan. And it was hell. They called each other. This is when I was young. I was 33. I'm actually in my early 30s. It started when I was actually 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 30. I broke up with Susan in my early 30s. Yeah. So it was hell. But you got to manage them. If I knew what I knew in my late 40s and my early 30s, I would have managed those girls better. I would have managed my team better. And it all comes from management, what you will and will not accept from them. Like, if they're talking to each other, you got to stop that. Because she'll come back, well, you told her, bless this. Don't come in my face, tell me what I told someone else. You got to sit her down, put it, you know, what you and I do is between you and I. And go get your other girl that said some shit to the other girls. They do it to one-up each other and make the other one jealous. So that one will get mad and leave, is what they hope, so to get you all to themselves. So you've got to get each girl straight. Okay. Where am I at now? Jazz Love. That was a year ago. I was just wondering. She stopped talking to me after a week. You mean you had me asking me questions about some shit from a year ago? Wasting my time, man? And I wouldn't even follow the story. Okay, Chad. One more question. Sometimes there will be two girls in the club, and I fucked them both. God, you sound like me, man. Shit. How do I handle the situation? I feel like it's a lose-lose because they both get jealous. Yeah. You go to the same club over and over again. You got to learn to spread yourself around to other clubs so they can't find you. Stop hunting in the same territory. You're over-hunted there. Okay? Don't go back to that club. Once they get tired of looking for you, they'll stop going. You got to rotate around. Find a couple other good clubs. That way you go to this club this week, next club next week, and blah, blah, blah. If you go out 2 nights in a row, this one, next week, this one, reverse it up. Okay? Now, there's no good way to handle this type of situation. Because if you leave with one, the other is going to be pissed off. The way to do it is leave with neither one. You got to sneak out. Basically, get out the door. Don't pick up a new chick because they'll be pissed. I'm giving you advice that's going to work. Okay? Don't be an idiot like I was at one time. Said, fuck it, got a new chick. That was a recipe for disaster. I've had my back door kicked in one place I had my window kicked in, girl climbed through my window. You don't want to have low-level game like that. Tracy, never. I get shy around girls and I fantasize about women. I'm gonna mess with you, man. Does me being an INTP have anything to do with it? No. Stop. You know, that's what Michael Nolan does. You learn something new and you apply it to everything. You like balls, brother. I'm sorry, you like balls. You lack desire to fuck also. I don't know how many times you've had sex before, but after that first taste of pussy, excuse me there, Cinnamon, but pussy is damn good to us men. Once we get a taste of your pussy, we just get addicted. Especially when you have good pussy. Especially when it's when you know how to work with a man. Once we get a taste of that, we're hooked. And we will do anything to get there. I heard Richie Pryor say, he's talking about black dudes and pussy. You put all the pussy on the moon and black dudes will figure a way to become rocket engineers overnight and figure a way to get on the moon. That's how strong your desperation to have pussy is. So either you like pussy or you don't like pussy. If you don't like pussy or you're unsure about pussy, you get what you're doing. That fear shit. Your drive should override your fear. Yes, you're scared, you're nervous, you're afraid you might be good enough or whatever in bed, but your desire to have that pussy, it should override your fear. Because that's the way normal men are. I realize that mankind's been tooled and feminized because what you're doing is feminine, Tracy. It's very feminine. Sit there and bat your eyes and think the woman's supposed to do all the work. She ain't supposed to do all the work. It's your job to do all the work and make the shit happen. And don't be the dude that lays on the bed and have her slap you and ask you, whose dick is this? You're the man. You're the aggressor. Take control. And you're not taking control, obviously, in your personal life. You got to man up. Have you done your 50 push-ups yet? No. Do you listen to what I say? Do what I say do? No. Why am I wasting my time talking to you? You're not going to do what I say do. Women seem to love them. Okay. What's up, KR? Fuck. I lost the... I can never catch up, get all the comments done. And my browser's freezing up. I'm using Firefox. I should have actually been using Chrome. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to dump all the other tabs. Yeah, I just X'd out. Now I've got the circles thing. And still didn't get rid of the tab. Sorry, fellas, my browser's freezing up. I'm going to try to dump everything. Just give me a minute. Don't type anymore. Stop typing. Just give me a minute. Okay? I'll tell you when you can type again. I know you got a lot of questions. Please refrain. I need to catch up, and I need to get rid of this browser issue. Fuck. God damn it. Nope, not working. I may have to close out the show. I'm trying not to close out the show. Stop typing, fellas. My browser is fucking up. Let it catch up. Okay? I don't want to have to close out the show. I am not able to scroll down. I have no idea if the show is still going on also. If I crash the browser, I'll go use my Chrome and I'll come back on and do a part 2. So stick around. In fact, I'm going ahead and crash it as of right now.